Hey guys, Sarah here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing my favorite and least favorite products from Benefit. Obviously I do not have their entire collection, and there actually are a few products that I don't have currently in my collection that I have tried in the past and have either decluttered, run out of, etc. So we are going to talk about all of that. So if you're interested, keep watching, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe before you leave so you don't miss any of my future videos. And also let me know down below in the comments if there's another brand that you want me to do this on. So far I have done Origins, Dermalogica, and I recently did Tarte, which I will link all of those down below as well as all of the products that I mentioned in today's video. All right, let's get into it. All right, I think the first product I'm going to talk about is this, which is the Cheekathon Palette. And this has a bunch of their Box O powders inside of it, and that was the brush. But it comes with 5 full-size powders, and these are powders that are still available. So the palette, oh my gosh. Okay, well the palette just fell out. Let's put that back together. So the palette retails for $58. It has this really big mirror, and it comes with the 5 full-size powders as well as a brush. All of these powders retail for $29 a piece, so $58 is a big deal if you like the powders that are included. This one was limited edition, but they do have their Cheek Parade palette out right now. But I figured I would just go through these actual powders individually because they are all sold individually. So let's just start up here. This is Dandelion. This is a really pretty pink blush color. Let's see if I can swatch and hold. I'll do a close-up swatch of all of these, that'll be easier. Dallas is like a warmer. It can actually be used as a bronzer depending on your skin tone, or also a really pretty blush. Hoola bronzer is one of my absolute favorites, which I actually have it in the box. It's like Box O powder is what they call them. This is the packaging if you get just one of the powders. But so it comes in this little box. I actually don't really like the packaging that much, but the product is amazing. So it comes with this little mirror, and then I have totally hit pan on this. I love this. I actually really like the brush it comes with because this is really good for contouring. You can just get this brush right up in the hollows of your cheekbones. So I love the brush, especially for this product, but I don't think that I would like the brush for some of the blushes and highlight and stuff. But for the bronzer, I love it. But this is a really pretty neutral toned bronzer, and you can use it for contouring and warming up the skin. So that is Hoola. They also recently came out with Hoola Light, which is a lighter version of this if you have a more fair skin tone. And then they have Coralista, which is a pretty coral blush. I don't know if that's gonna show up. I don't think it really did. Maybe a little. And then Rocketeer is like a blush topper highlight. But basically out of the 5 shades, I really like Dallas, Hoola, and Coralista. Dandelion and Rocketeer are fine, but they're just not my absolute favorites. So those would be my recommendations. I would definitely try out Hoola. If you haven't tried this bronzer out, it is amazing. I have nothing but amazing things to say about this. I think it's totally worth the price, and it is just such an amazing bronzer. But they do have a lot of other good powders as well. Next up is the Pore Fessional Pore Filling Primer. This is a gigantic bottle of it. I actually have a few other sample sizes. I've gone through almost this entire thing, which of course means that I actually really love this. It is a pore filling primer. This is the first pore filling primer I think I had ever tried. And I didn't even know that pore filling primers existed when I tried this out for the first time. But it's just like a creamy shade, and it just blends into your skin. It does have a little bit of a silicone-y feel, but it'll just pop right into your pores, into your enlarged pores. I have them right in this area, and it fills them in and makes your skin look so smooth and soft. It is amazing. It is absolutely one of my favorite pore filling primers ever. To this day, I feel like usually when I start liking a product when I'm newer to makeup, by the time I'm more advanced into makeup, I kind of ditched it and didn't like it as much. This is one of the products that I actually really loved, and I discovered it early on, and I still love it. Next up is the They're Real mascara. I've had a million full sizes of this. I love this mascara. It's one of my favorite mascaras of theirs. I first tried out the Bad Gal Lash, which I guess we'll just go in order of the mascaras from them that I've tried. So I tried out Bad Gal Lash. This is what I used all through college. I was obsessed with it, and I think it's still an amazing, amazing mascara. I've gone through countless tubes of this, and I only have a travel size in my collection right now. And then they came out with their real mascara, and I was like, bad gal who? Like, their real mascara is insane. This would just make your lashes look incredible and volumized and lengthened and just all the things that you want from a mascara, this one did. And so I kind of ditched the bad gal for their real. And then they came out with Roller Lash, which I was so excited to use and try out, and I just didn't like it. It didn't volumize, it didn't lengthen. All it did was hold the curl, which isn't something I had a problem with anyway, so I just wasn't a fan of it, and it was so hyped up and everyone loves it, and I just didn't get on board with it. So that is one of the mascaras that I just don't really like. And then they recently came out with the Gal Bang Mascara, which I actually just did a full video on that I will link up here and down below. But this mascara is awesome. So this one has a very interesting wand, but it's really, really flexible. I don't know if you're seeing that, but it is just, this mascara is good. So out of the 4 mascaras of theirs that I've tried, I think this is the 4 mascaras that they have at all. I like the Gal Bang, and then They're Real, and then Gal Lash, and then Roller Lash. So yes, those are all of their mascaras. And then a little bit after they released the They're Real mascara, they released the They're Real push-up liner, and I was beyond excited to try this. So it has this little plastic applicator, and basically the product comes out of the top of it, and it's supposed to really help you get your wing. So you would just, let's see if I can, so you're just supposed to get like a really precise black line, and the applicator is supposed to just like help you get it really precise. And when I first started trying this, I loved it. I thought this was like the most amazing invention ever. And then very quickly it dried out, and so then I was like squeezing the applicator to get all of the liner out of the tip of it, and then retwisting it up to get new products so that it wasn't clumpy, because sometimes I would just put it on my eyelid and there would be like a ball. Let's see if you can see that, like right here, that would just be like on my lash line, just like a big crumpled ball of eyeliner, which is not the look I'm going for. So this wasn't my favorite. I think that there's so many other liners that are better than this one, so this was kind of an product for me. I tried just wiping that off with a tissue, and I have officially like smeared eyeliner everywhere. I don't have a makeup wipe sitting here. Anyway, I think that this is the old packaging, but this is the Eye Bright, and it's kind of this like light pink. Okay, I need to sharpen this desperately, but you'll be able to see that. It's like a really light pink powder, and basically the premise of this is that you just put it in the corners of your eyes and it will kind of brighten up your eyelid. It's like putting highlight in your inner corners, so that's what this product was for. I got it a very long time ago. I started using it when I was in college, again, when I wasn't really that familiar with makeup, and so I really liked it. But now for me, I would rather just put whatever highlight I'm wearing on my cheekbones. I'll just throw that into my inner corners as well. So I don't really like that it's a kind of like a pink product. I get that it's brightening, but for me, I just don't feel like I need it or want to use it. All right, I have 2 of their Beam products. This is the High Beam and this is the Sunbeam. And this High Beam, again, I have a ton of these like pearly and pink highlighters from when I was in college. It was like, I don't know, I guess there weren't a lot of options or something, but this is what it looks like. It kind of looks like a nail polish bottle, but this again was like one of the first highlighters I ever used. I remember going into an Ulta and she recommended this product to me, and she said that I should just take this and do like 3 dots right here under my eyebrow and then also onto my cheekbones and blend it out. I had no idea what she was talking about, and then 10 years later, every brand ever has highlight. But anyway, this is what it looks like. It's just a like pinky pearl highlight. It's not bad. I like it, but I don't really like pink and pearly highlights. I just don't think it looks very good on my skin tone. So I do like the consistency of this, and if those colors work for you, I definitely recommend this. And then the same with the Sunbeam. This is the more golden option, and This one I do like. I wear this one in the summer, but it's like a little bit too dark for me in the winter. But I'll do a close-up swatch so you guys can actually see what these look like. But the Sunbeam is really nice if you have a little bit of a darker skin tone to wear as a highlight. I don't know if they have one for us, like in the middle kind of people. But yeah, these are the two that I've tried. I really like the formula. I just am not really a big fan of either of the colors at the moment, and I do wear the Sunbeam in the summer when I have a tan. Next up is the Hello Flawless powder. This stuff is so good. I really, really like it. This is a face powder that I'll wear if I'm wearing like a BB cream or something that doesn't have full coverage. I'll use this to just kind of give myself a little bit more coverage while I'm setting my face. It comes with a brush and a sponge, which I haven't used either of them. They're both still in the packaging. And then it does have a pretty good sized mirror. But I think that this powder is just so good. It's really finely milled. It's so soft and it blends onto your skin beautifully. It doesn't look cakey. This is actually a really good powder to take on the go if you want to touch up and, you know, just like touch up the oil or anything like that. I highly recommend this product, and they have it in so many shades. So yeah, this is one of my favorite products from Benefit. There are a couple more products that I don't have in my collection at the moment. One of them is the GimMe Brow, which is kind of a tinted brow gel. I love that stuff. I don't like to fill in my brows. I just don't fill in my brows because I feel like they're already bold enough for my taste at least. So I really like just a tinted brow gel, which is what GimMe Brow is. So if you're like me and you kind of don't mess with your brows, I highly recommend checking that product out. I definitely need to get it back in my collection again. I've gone through probably 3 or 4 tubes of it. Highly, highly recommend that one. And then the other one is the Boing, it's the like under eye concealer that comes in the pot. That one has kind of a peachy undertone and it's really, really good for dark circles. I don't really suffer from dark circles, so I tried it, but I just didn't really need it, so I passed it along to one of my best friends who I think really loves it. It's a great product, and if you have dark under eyes, I do recommend it, but I personally just didn't need it, so I passed that one along. I've also tried the Benetint, which is a like cream tint for your cheeks or your lips, and that I also wasn't really a big fan of. I don't really like cream products for my cheeks personally because I just think they're a little bit harder to apply. I really love cream highlight or even cream bronzer, but for some reason cream blush I just can't really get on board with. Maybe I'll change my mind, or like in the summer I don't like to wear as much powder. We'll see, I don't know, but that one I just wasn't the biggest fan of. I think maybe the shade is kind of what turned me off from it. But yeah, so that was kind of a meh product as well. And then the last product I have to talk about is the What's Up, and this is a cream highlight. This is a really pretty champagne shade. I've gone through a full size of this, which is insane. I think it just went bad, and so I ended up throwing it out. But I got this one in like a subscription box, and I'm so glad to have it back in my collection. This is just such a really pretty champagne highlight. Alrighty guys, those are all of my favorite and least favorite products from Benefit. Let me know down below what your favorite product is from them, and if there's something that I didn't mention that I should try, let me know down below in the comments. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.